Hi, it's Fat Guy ranting again. This time it's personal. Just had a member of my local law enforcement community stop by my home. Apparently, my neighbor's window was shot out with a BB gun. My son's BB gun. Of which my son didn't do it, because I was a witness. It was my son's friend who shot the window out. At the time, I didn't even know the window was shot. I just was watching my son's friend take the gun, turn it, and shoot it towards the neighbor's house. I didn't hear no glass, didn't see nothing, no one was screaming and yelling, so, I thought nothing of it. I took the gun off of him, told him my son's friend he had to leave and wasn't allowed to come back over. Well, apparently the man's window was shot out. He called the police, and they stopped by my house. And I told him what happened. I'm not afraid. I'm not hiding anything. Told him I witnessed it. Told him what happened. Told him who did it. He went over and talked to the one who shot the window, and of course, like any other criminal in America, they're going to deny it and blame it on somebody else. So he comes back over, and I told him I witnessed it. I said, this is what happened. I said, he's been in a problem before. Didn't matter. He said, nobody wants any charges filed, but he called me a liar. He's like, you know what? He goes, I don't believe you. Basically, that's what he said, I don't believe you. He's like, the neighbor said that he saw my son in his yard and shoot the gun out of his truck. Yesterday. Now, if he saw my son shoot his damn truck window out yesterday, why wait over 24 hours later to call the police? Does that sound like he's lying? But of course the police believe him. You know why? Because he has money. In case you don't know, I'm poor. I rent a home. Don't own it. It's not mine. Everybody around me owns their own homes. Everybody. They've lived here for over 42 years. All my neighbors. We moved in here over a year ago, and two of my neighbors had come up to me and said that they didn't approve of us being here because we were renters and their property value might go down. Welcome to America. Anybody outside America sees this video, don't ever come here. This is the worst country you can live in. They think it's the greatest? Yeah, it's the greatest if you're rich. If you have money, it's the greatest. If you're poor, you're just a pile of garbage. And the police department called me a liar. I mean, he came right to my face and called me a liar after I let him come in my home and explain what's happened. I wouldn't take that at all. I told him, I said, you know what? I said, you're not a god. I said, you're a man with a badge on your chest. And I said, if you want to believe my neighbor, then I said, you get your ass out there, look for the evidence in the snow. There's tracks. I got snow everywhere. If my son was in his yard, there would be tracks in his yard from my house to his. Do some police work. You know what? Be a cop. Don't just be a jerk with a badge on your chest. It's because we're poor. No one believes a poor man. They believe people who have money and own their home, they got clout. Don't take crap. There's a lot of poor people out there. And they take a lot of crap from everybody, from their cops, to their politicians, to the national politicians, to their neighbors. Don't take crap. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your right to live where you want to live. To raise your family and your kids in an area that's not crime-ridden or drug-ridden. Not all poor people belong in some projects. That's where they just ship us. If you're poor, you go to a projects or a bad part of your city, because that's where they just dump you like garbage. Stand up and fight for your rights. Tell the politicians and the cops that they're not going to be around forever. Someday there's going to be anarchy. Someday there's going to be lawlessness. Someday is coming. Whether anybody wants to believe it or not, the world ain't going to last forever. The way things are now ain't going to last forever. But we should have the right to live where we want to live. With our children. In a better neighborhood. And shouldn't be judged because we don't have a lot of money. Or we don't own a home. America. God bless America? Is that what they say? There's no God in this world. The only God that Americans worship is the dollar bill. You don't see Christ on a cross anymore. You see a dollar bill strung to a cross. That's the only thing anyone cares about. And that's sad. To hell with this country. To hell with everybody.